September 1966, the Mexican desert. 50 crew members watched two Hollywood legends face off. Kirk Douglas had just kept John Wayne waiting 90 minutes for politics. What Wayne did next, 6'4", finger pressed against Douglas's chest, almost ended the film. But what happened the following morning? Wayne's revenge shocked everyone. And what Douglas revealed 5 years later on national television changed how people saw Duke forever. Here is the story. September morning, Durango, Mexico. The war wagon set stretched across the brown desert. Cameras, horses, stagecoaches, 50 crew members hauling equipment through dust and heat. Big production. Universal Pictures bet millions on this film. John Wayne and Kirk Douglas, together again. Their chemistry had worked twice before. It had to work now. 7:30 a.m. Wayne's trailer door opened. He stepped out, full costume. Brown vest, worn jeans, gun belt low on his hip, cowboy hat pulled down against the rising sun. At 61, Wayne still filled a doorway. 6'4", shoulders that looked like they could carry horses, hands that had thrown 1,000 screen punches. He walked to the coffee station, poured a cup, black, no sugar, never sugar. Director Burt Kennedy approached, young guy, talented, but nervous around Duke. Everyone was nervous around Duke. Morning, Duke. Wayne nodded once, sipped. We ready? Camera's set, just waiting on Kirk. Wayne checked his watch, 7:35 a.m. Didn't say anything, just kept drinking. But Kennedy saw it, the jaw tightening, the way Wayne's fingers gripped the cup a little harder. He knew that look. 7:45 a.m. Assistant director jogged over, out of breath. Kirk called, says he's 20 minutes out, traffic from the airport. Wayne set his cup down, slow, deliberate. Turned, looked at the assistant, said nothing. The assistant shifted his weight, stammered. He, apologizes for... Wayne walked away. Didn't acknowledge the message, didn't respond, just walked. Kennedy watched him go, felt his stomach drop. When Duke got quiet like this, danger was close. 8 a.m., call time, filming should start. Wayne stood near the cameras, arms crossed, staring at the road leading to set. The crew moved around him. Quiet. Too quiet. Nobody joked. Nobody laughed. They'd all worked with Wayne before. They knew the rules. First guy on set, every time, no matter what. That was Duke. And when someone broke that rule, Wayne didn't yell, didn't threaten. He just withdrew. Somehow, that was worse than any tantrum. 8:15 a.m., nothing. 8:30 a.m., still nothing. The crew pretended to work, adjusting lights that didn't need adjusting, moving props that were already in place, checking equipment that had been checked 3 times. Anything to look busy. Anything to avoid Duke's eyes. Kennedy paced, ran his hand through his hair, checked his watch for the 20th time. This film was already over budget. Every minute of lost morning light meant lost money. Real money. But nobody dared approach Wayne. He stood like a statue, 6'4" of controlled fury. And what nobody knew yet, what wouldn't come out until Wayne confronted Douglas face to face, was why Kirk was actually late. The reason would make everything explode. Before we continue, quick question. Where are you watching from? Drop your country or state in the comments. Let's see where all the Duke fans are around the world. 8:45 a.m. Dust cloud on the horizon. A black car appeared, moving fast across the desert road. It pulled up to the set, engine still running. Door opened. Kirk Douglas stepped out, sunglasses hiding tired eyes, white shirt wrinkled like he'd slept in it, hair uncombed. He looked like he hadn't closed his eyes in 2 days. Because he hadn't. Douglas was 50 years old, 5'9", 6 inches shorter than Wayne. But presence? He had it. Spartacus, champion, lust for life, one of Hollywood's biggest names. But right now, walking onto that set 90 minutes late, he looked small. He saw the crew staring, saw Kennedy's worried face, saw Wayne, still standing there, exactly where he'd been at 8 a.m., arms crossed, watching Douglas approach the way a sheriff watches an outlaw ride into town. Douglas tried a smile, professional, apologetic. "Morning, everyone. Sorry about the delay. Rough night." Complete silence. 50 people. Nobody responded. Nobody moved. The only sound was Douglas's boots crunching dirt, getting closer to Wayne with every step. Kennedy intercepted him halfway, grabbed his arm, kept his voice low, urgent. "Kirk, Duke's been standing there 90 minutes. I know. I'll apologize. You might want to explain first." Douglas frowned. "Explain what?" Kennedy's eyes shifted toward Wayne, then back, voice dropping to a whisper. "Why you flew to Los Angeles yesterday. Why you missed the production dinner last night. Why you barely made call time." Douglas felt his stomach drop. The crew didn't know yet, but they would. And when Wayne found out, when he learned the real reason, this would get much, much worse. Because Kirk Douglas hadn't been in Los Angeles for innocent reasons. No family emergency, no sick relative. He'd been filming a campaign commercial for Edmund G. Brown, Democratic candidate for California governor, liberal, progressive, everything Wayne politically opposed. And John Wayne, conservative Republican, anti-communist, vocal supporter of Ronald Reagan, wasn't going to see this as just politics. He'd see it as disrespect. Wayne and Douglas were political opposites, total opposites. Douglas, liberal Democrat, fought the Hollywood blacklist. Wayne, conservative Republican, supported it. Years ago, they'd made a deal. Never discuss politics on set. It had worked. They'd filmed together before, got along fine. Until today. Douglas had broken the rule. 9 a.m., Douglas walked to his trailer. He needed to change into costume, pull himself together. He opened the door, started unbuttoning his shirt. Footsteps behind him, heavy, slow. Douglas turned. Wayne stood 10 feet away, just standing there, hat brim low, face half in shadow. Douglas forced a smile. "Duke, listen. I'm sorry about the flight." Wayne walked forward. Didn't stop until he was 3 feet away. Douglas had to tilt his head back. 6 inches of height difference felt like 6 feet. Wayne spoke, voice quiet, too quiet. "Where were you?" "Los Angeles. I told Bert I had to." "Why?" Douglas hesitated. Should he lie? Make up something? No. Wayne would find out anyway. Better to say it now. He took a breath. "Commercial. Campaign ad. For Edmund Brown." Wayne's jaw moved, grinding teeth. He stared down at Douglas. Didn't blink. Didn't move. 5 seconds passed. 10. 15. Douglas could hear his own heartbeat. The crew had stopped working. 50 people watching from a distance, pretending to adjust equipment, pretending not to stare. But everyone was watching. Then Wayne took one more step, right into Douglas's space, close enough that Douglas could smell coffee on his breath. Wayne raised his right hand, slow, deliberate, extended one finger, pressed it against Douglas's chest. Not hard, not violent, just enough pressure to make contact, to make a point. "Tomorrow morning." Wayne's voice was barely above a whisper. 8 a.m. You'll be here." Douglas opened his mouth to respond. Wayne pressed slightly harder, the finger firm against Douglas's sternum. "Or I won't be." Douglas felt 50 people watching, felt the heat of the Mexican sun, felt the humiliation of being 6 inches shorter, 6 inches smaller. But Wayne wasn't finished. "You want to do politics? Fine, do politics. But you don't make my crew wait." His voice dropped even lower. "You don't waste their time. You don't disrespect these men who showed up ready to work." Wayne's eyes bored into him. "They were here, on time. You weren't." Douglas couldn't respond. Wayne's fingers still pressed against his chest, physical reminder. "You're smaller. You're wrong. You're mine." Then Wayne dropped his hand, stepped back, turned around, walked away. Just like that. No yelling, no threats, just that finger, that pressure, that quiet fury. The crew scattered, went back to work, pretended they hadn't witnessed it. Douglas stood alone outside his trailer. 50 witnesses, 0 allies. He understood now. This wasn't about Edmund Brown or Ronald Reagan or Democrats versus Republicans. This was about something deeper. Wayne ran this set. Wayne set the standard. And that standard was simple. Show up, on time, do the work. Douglas had broken it, and Wayne had just taught him a lesson. Filming that day was ice cold. Wayne and Douglas did their scenes, professional, mechanical. But between takes, Wayne walked away. No conversation, no jokes, just silence. That evening, Douglas made a decision. Tomorrow's call time, 7 a.m. He'd be there at 6:30. What happened next would stun everyone. Day 2, September morning, 6:30 a.m. Douglas sat in his trailer, full costume, ready. 6:50, he stepped outside. Kennedy saw him. "Kirk, you're early." Said I would be. Douglas walked to the coffee station, waited. 7:30 a.m. No Wayne. Kennedy looked nervous. "Where's Duke?" 8 a.m. Call time. Still no Wayne. Douglas walked to Wayne's trailer, knocked. No answer. He opened the door. Wayne sat inside, boots up, coffee in hand, reading a newspaper. "What are you doing?" Wayne looked up, calm, too calm. "Reading. We start in 5 minutes." "I know." "Then why aren't you out there?" Wayne folded his newspaper, set it down slowly, took a long sip of coffee. "Had to make a stop this morning." Douglas felt his hands clench. "What stop?" "Commercial shoot." Silence. Douglas blinked. "What?" Wayne stood, stretched like a man just waking up. "Ronald Reagan, Republican primary. They needed me to voice a campaign ad. Recording ran long." Douglas's mouth opened, closed, opened again. Reagan. Wayne had filmed a Reagan commercial this morning, just like Douglas had filmed a Brown commercial yesterday. Payback. Perfect, calculated payback. But what Douglas didn't know, what Wayne wouldn't reveal for years, was the truth. Wayne hadn't filmed any commercial. That morning, Wayne woke at 5 a.m. with stomach cramps. Nothing serious, probably something he ate the night before. But uncomfortable enough that he sat on the edge of his bed for 15 minutes, waiting for it to pass. By 6 a.m., he felt better. Got dressed, started driving to set. But halfway there, he realized something. He'd be 10, maybe 15 minutes late. And in that moment, driving through the Mexican desert, watching the sun climb, Wayne made a decision. If he was going to be late anyway, might as well make it count. So he drove slow, stopped at a roadside stand for fresh coffee, took his time, pulled up to set at 8:05 a.m., exactly the same amount of time Douglas had been late yesterday. Fair was fair. The Reagan story? Complete fiction, made up on the spot. Just to twist the knife a little deeper. Douglas had made Wayne wait for politics. Now Wayne had made Douglas wait for politics. Even Steven. Douglas stood in Wayne's trailer, staring at this 6'4" cowboy who'd just pulled the exact same move. Then he started laughing. Couldn't help it. Started as a chuckle, grew into a full, genuine laugh. Wayne raised an eyebrow. "Something funny?" "You." Douglas shook his head. "You magnificent son of a bitch." Wayne's expression didn't change, but something shifted in his eyes. Amusement. Maybe respect. Douglas stepped forward, extended his hand. "All right, you got me. We even?" Wayne looked at the hand. Long moment of silence. Then he took it. Firm shake. "We're even." Douglas nodded, started to turn. Wayne's voice stopped him. "John." Douglas turned back, frowned. "What?" Wayne stood, walked closer. "I'm calling you John now, not Kirk." Douglas understood immediately. Everyone called him Kirk. Friends, family, directors, other actors. It was his brand, his identity. But Wayne had always called him that too. Casual, familiar, first-name basis. Now, John. His full name. More formal, but also more respectful. The way you address an equal, a peer you've tested and found worthy. Wayne continued. "Here's how this works. You do your politics, I do mine. Brown, Reagan, Kennedy, Nixon. Doesn't matter. We don't talk about it. We don't bring it to set. And we sure as hell don't make the crew wait." Douglas met his eyes. "Agreed." "Good." Wayne gestured toward the door. "Now let's make this damn movie." They walked out together, side by side. The crew saw them, saw Wayne's posture, saw Douglas's expression. The tension evaporated like morning dew. Kennedy exhaled, smiled for the first time in 2 days. Crisis over. The War Wagon wrapped 6 weeks later, on schedule. Film opened May 1967, made $11 million at the box office. Wayne and Douglas never spoke about that September morning publicly, but something had shifted. They had dinner weekly during filming, talked about everything except politics. The agreement held for 4 more years. Then in 1971, the Dick Cavett Show. Douglas was asked about Wayne. "You and Duke have worked together, but you're on opposite sides politically. How do you manage?" Douglas smiled. "We made a deal. We never discuss politics. Ever. Never. We've had dinners, spent months on sets, but we changed the subject immediately. That must take incredible discipline." "No." Douglas shook his head. "It takes respect." He paused. The studio fell completely silent. "Duke respected my right to be wrong about everything." Laughter rippled through the audience. "And I respected his right to be wrong about everything." More laughter, louder this time. But then Douglas leaned forward. His tone shifted. Serious now. "You know what I'll tell you about John Wayne? He's the most professional actor I've ever worked with, bar none. First guy on set, every single day. Doesn't matter if he's sick, doesn't matter if he's tired, doesn't matter what's happening in his personal life. He shows up." His voice dropped, softer now. "And that's something you can't fake. That's character. We disagreed on every political issue you can name, every single one. But his work ethic, his dedication to the crew, his respect for the people around him, I've never seen anything like it in 40 years. Cavett nodded slowly. "Sounds like you admire him." Douglas looked straight at the camera, didn't blink. "I do, completely. We're total opposites on paper, but I've never met a more decent man, and I probably never will." The audience erupted in applause. The lesson was simple. You can disagree with someone on everything, politics, religion, everything. But if they show up, if they do the work, if they respect the people around them, that's enough. Wayne and Douglas proved it. 2 men from opposite ends of every spectrum, but united in one thing. The work mattered. Wayne taught Douglas about discipline. Douglas returned it with respect. They shook hands. They moved forward. No lawyers, no grudges, just 2 professionals working it out. That's how it was done in old Hollywood. So here's my question for you. What do these 2 legends teach us about respect and disagreement? Can people with opposite beliefs still work together today? And by the way, most of you watch the videos but forget to subscribe. If you want to hear more stories from the American legend, don't forget to subscribe, so we can continue to grow our real American legacy together. As you know, unfortunately, they don't make men like John Wayne anymore.